we want to bring you this very special account, so to speak, of a report by Mrs. Morenike Babintin Ashai, the founder and president of the International Center for Tax Research and Development. And you recall that in the course of this program, she's one woman who has been so passionate about building a very strong egalitarian society, for the world and Nigeria in particular. And in this concern, she's going to talk about the need for civilization and, of course, the need for us to be able to keep a very fundamental part of the Constitution, which has to do with human rights and, of course, the protection of human rights and the need for us to be our brother's keeper in a world where we shall live in peace and harmony. But in this concern, we talk about a civilization, we talk about of it today, and of course we're looking at a civilization today where hatred, poverty, corruption, killings is becoming the order of the day against what it should be, in terms of civilized setting of where we should be able to keep ourselves, we should be able to be our brother's keeper, in the way we are expected to live together as one big family. But in a situation where that is not so, and a civilization where we are looking at a civilization that is not civilized, then what are the challenges? What should we talk about? These are some of the issues Mrs. Babintin Ashai will be looking at in the course of this discourse.
No love is all we need.
The essence of life is good living. When God started the world, God gave us the 10 Commandments so that we can live in a harmonious and peaceful way amongst ourselves. When countries started on their own, they started formulating constitutions so that could be an instrument that will guide good governance, transparency, peace, coexistence, that is peaceful coexistence amongst ourselves. Today, there are so many countries with constitutions that they believe will give them peaceful coexistence. We have found out that living together may not be very easy, but when we put down together an instrument called the Constitution to guide government behavior, citizens' behavior, it goes a long way to assist everyone in ensuring that we live a good life. Killings all over the world, terrorism all over the world, hatred all over the world. These are things indicating that the world is yet to be civilized. If we are civilized and are citizens of the world, we have no need to hate each other. We have no need to terrorize each other. We have no need to steal the commonwealth of other people. We have no need to destroy other countries so that we can please ourselves. We can all live peacefully and respect each other. Today, it is quite a shame that all over the world, there are so many killings, destruction of lives, destruction of properties, just because of few of us who would like to deny others of peaceful living. This is totally wrong. It is time for all citizens of the world to show that they are civilized. Every one of us, we are all human beings of different colors, and God has not created anyone with white color. We do see white dogs, white cats, lower animals in white color. But the issue of white and black that existed long time ago and is still existing shows that we as citizens of the world are not civilized. We are not leaving behind us those things that lower animals would not even do to themselves. The issue of senator flowers is a thing of concern to the whole world, not the Americans alone. I have had many Americans who hate the attitude, the behavior that they see against their fellow human beings who are African Americans. It therefore shows that just few people continue this hatred, continuous killings against innocent people who have the fundamental right to life. The world has to stop this. The world was able to stop apartheid in South Africa. The world can also stop the killing of African Americans in the United States of America. It's a thing of concern. It is upsetting, uncivilized that such things are going on in a country that appears to be civilized, in a country who like to tell others what to do. It has to stop. The world must stop this. Irrespective of our color, which nobody has any option because this is of God's nature. We must be able to live together. We must love each other. We must appreciate each other for who we are. And that is the kind of the world that we want to see. And it is in this type of environment that the world can move progressively. We can develop together. We can enjoy the fruits of the world together. We should be mindful of the fact that God created this world so that we need each other to grow. We need each other to exist. That should be why we must coexist peacefully. There is no need for terrorism. There is no need for killing of people. There is no need for you to humiliate, for you to dominate before you can get anything from any country. You should be able to be free to get what you want, peacefully to get what you want in a friendly manner, in a friendly environment. We don't need to kill ourselves. We don't need to hate ourselves. We don't need to intimidate ourselves. We don't need to terrorize ourselves because there's no one country that is an island on its own. So therefore, I'm appealing to the citizens of the world that the time has come. We have to make a positive change. We must love ourselves, irrespective of our color, that we cannot do anything about. And we must ensure that the generations unborn meet a friendly environment.
No love is all we need.
Well, away from what is just said, we'll now take another break.